On June 17, 1885, the Statue of Liberty, a gift of friendship from the people of France to the people of the United States, arrives in New York Harbor. But what is the iconic statue's real name? And what motivated France to give it to the US? Also, which newspaper publisher played a major role in assembling it? Additionally, how did everyday Americans contribute to its construction? Although commonly referred to as the Statue of Liberty, the landmark's official name is Liberty Enlightening the World. France gifted the statue to the United States to commemorate 100 years of American independence, to celebrate the alliance of the two nations during the American Revolution, and to honor the abolition of slavery following the American Civil War. In fact, French political thinker and staunch abolitionist Édouard de Laboulaye, who originally proposed the idea in 1865, wanted the statue to celebrate the Union's victory in the Civil War and the end of slavery, which he viewed as the realization of America's founding promises of freedom. In the 19th century, France oscillated between imperial rule, repressive monarchies, and brief stints of democracy. Laboulaye hoped that by celebrating American democracy and freedom through the Statue of Liberty, the French people would be inspired to establish their own lasting democratic republic. The sculptor was Frenchman Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi, who designed the overall copper exterior and shape of the statue, drawing inspiration from Libertas, the ancient Roman goddess of freedom. Frenchman Gustave Eiffel engineered the statue's innovative internal iron and steel framework so it could withstand strong winds. Eiffel would, of course, go on to build the famed Eiffel Tower in Paris. The Statue of Liberty was shipped across the Atlantic Ocean in 350 individual pieces packed in more than 200 cases. American architect Richard Morris Hunt designed the granite and concrete pedestal upon which the statue stands. But funding the construction of the pedestal was a challenge. It was newspaper magnate Joseph Pulitzer who would play a major role in raising funds to make it happen. His New York World newspaper solicited donations, and they rolled in from across the country. Most of these donations were $1 or less, yet the effort raised over $100,000. In thanks, Pulitzer's paper published the name of each person who made a contribution, whether great or small, an act that also, incidentally, increased the sales of his newspaper. The Statue of Liberty was dedicated on October 28, 1886, in a ceremony presided over by U.S. President Grover Cleveland, who had previously served as governor of New York. The landmark has become an enduring symbol of freedom and hope. Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1775, British troops win a Pyrrhic victory over colonial militiamen at the Battle of Bunker Hill. In 1903, Ruth Wakefield, who pioneers the first chocolate chip cookie recipe, is born in Massachusetts. In 1930, U.S. President Herbert Hoover approves huge tariffs that backfire, deepening the Great Depression. In 1953, the Soviet Union uses an entire armored division to crush a workers' protest in East Berlin. In 1972, 5 men are arrested for breaking into Democratic headquarters, igniting the Watergate scandal. In 1973, American golfer Johnny Miller shoots a record 63 in the final round to win the US Open. In 2015, a self-proclaimed white supremacist kills 9 at a historic black church in South Carolina. And now it's time for our Today in History quiz. Who won the 1960 US Open by shooting a then-record 65 in the final round? Jack Nicklaus, Billy Casper, Arnold Palmer, or Gary Player? Liked learning about the Statue of Liberty? Then you'll love this one about another landmark in New York Harbor, Ellis Island. Tap the screen to keep the story going on Today in History.